Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Copper Coins Coin Roll Hunt Reveal E253, a 1957p plastic tubed roll. How's everybody doing today? I see we got Coin Junkie and Paul Adams in the house. Let a couple people come in here and we'll get things rolling. Coin number 44. Dan, welcome Dan. How are you today? Hope all is well. Richard, welcome. Let's get this roll open. Let's see, I gotta get tape off of it. Oh, do I have a knife or scissors here? Ooh. Uh-oh. Well, maybe. Just cut myself a little bit. All right, let me see here if I got something else. Ant. Sweet. I will be right back. I have to run into the... Oh, here we go. There's a knife. Let me see. Thinking this cap is glued on. All right, I'll be right back. I have to go get something. I'm gonna have to break this tube open, it looks like. All right, let's try this. Get a pair of pliers, see if we can get it open with that. And we did. It was glued. Oh, they look pretty good too. Pretty good. These in real good condition are worth some serious money. All right, we got Donald Lehman. Welcome. Roy Wheeler. Ant. Doug Rezak. Tyler. All right. Let's get this going. 57p doesn't have a ton of stuff, but it has some good stuff. Has few double die obverses and a few double die reverses, and the double die reverses are nice. I'm going to have to look at this under a loop to see if that's a gouge above the eyelid. And it is. The double die reverses are pretty nice class 6s. I've been fortunate enough to find a few of them in the past. Oh, and our first coin was for Malcolm. Coin number 2 goes to Parvis. Sorry I had to delay these. I was putting a tile floor down for my wife and hurt my back, and this is like a test. I've had a hard time. It's getting better, but I'm still having a hard time sitting down, of all things. It's pretty good when I'm walking and moving, but sitting in a chair for any significant amount of time seems to really irritate it. It's getting better, Doug, but it's strange. Like I said, I have a hard time sitting for any length of time. I just keep putting stuff off, and finally it's like I got to do something. So this is kind of a test right here. Oh, it definitely is. I have 5 levels. My back is fused from L3 through S all the way to my sacrum. And it's definitely nerve related because when it hits, it's like a giant toothache. Coin number 4 goes to Dan. Yeah, I saw that, Dan. A little die chip in the 9 and the 5. Later die state coins. Die crack above VDB. Oh yeah, some of those are pretty nice. Coin number 5 is for Tyler. Seeing this die pair with the die scratches. Now, I haven't looked at any coins, haven't done anything over the week as far as coins go. I hope to start on that again tomorrow. A little bit of a die chip under the 9 on this too. Has this got the die crack? Nope, that's a totally different die pair. Late die state. So late I can't really tell. That looked like it could be class 6, but it's really late. I'm gonna have to look at it with loop. Nope, it's just die deterioration. Hunting quarters. That's one thing. I just look at them that I want to get them in pocket change. And that's it. I don't go out of my way to get any more. Even though I've got a big old baggie full of them here. Just from pocket change. I probably got $40 worth to look through. I was seeing this one before. Last coin, as a matter of fact, I believe. After coin number 10, when I recognized the die pair, see, this is the one. It's just so deteriorated. When I see the matching die pairs after coin 10, I probably won't look at the reverse. There is. These are really, some of these are pretty late die state coins. Lots of die cracks across the forehead. This has a die chip on the 1. But it's good to get back to looking at coins. I've really missed it. Missed hanging out with you guys too. Did come up with possibly a new idea to do some reveals on stuff like the early 2000 memorial cents and stuff like that. That will make them cheap and fast to do and not real labor intensive. Coin number 8. I did coin 8. Oh, was for Carl. Oh, was it a BIE? Did I miss that? Oh, so it was. It actually is a nice BIE. I saw the little die chip on the 1 and didn't even see that. See, that's good that you guys... Here's the same die pair, so this should be the BIE too. There's the die cracks on the forehead. Oh, and cuds on coins, that probably is. Stuff like that, especially when there's multiple die chips, it might be. And we've seen this. So these are the same die pairs. The big die crack. But the floor is done. I finished that a couple days ago. And I've been resting since. And it was actually getting better even when I was still working on the floor, because I was only working on it like an hour here and an hour there at the end. See, this was the die, same coin as coin number 1. And I was looking at right here in the eye, but that goes right down into this die scratch into the field. So that is not a double die. Coin number 12 goes to Doug. My next reveal is going to be a 56D roll. Not sure exactly when that is. I've got a 57D roll lined up to do next week. That's the only roll that I've gotten out. Yeah, I think that I've got another room that I'm supposed to put a floor in, and it's my room. So if I tear this floor out and do it, it can take weeks and weeks and weeks, and I really won't care. But this was our main master bedroom, and it was something that kind of had to be done. We've been just waiting and waiting and waiting to do it. So there was kind of a timeline on it. But yeah, you are correct. You know, I said I'd never do drywall. I did drywall. Painted. The painting didn't bother me too much. And actually the drywall didn't, because it was only a couple pieces. But the floor, yeah, my days of doing home repair and stuff are coming to a close. I think you are absolutely right. It's just too hard on me now. Now here's a die pair I don't recognize. Yeah, it's terrible getting old, but it's definitely better than the alternative. Yeah, my problem with doing it, Doug, is I like to do stuff. Well, this has got that almost like the poor man's doubled die. If you look on the side of the 7 here, that's got some significant die deterioration showing. That's pretty cool. Seeing that with the huge die crack across the forehead. But I have a hard time when I see them working and how they're doing it. A lot of the time I start panicking because they don't do stuff the way I would do it, which is probably not a very fair thing because they could be doing it better than I would do it. Same die pair again. But yeah, I will probably not do much more as far as home repair. At least that kind of stuff, the heavy stuff. But I shouldn't have to do much more. Our house is pretty new, and there's just a couple more little things to do, and they're actually little things. They are not anything that should cripple me for a week. Like I got a couple pieces of soffit I have to replace. Stuff like that. I'm going to pay and have my gutters done because I've done gutters before, and that takes somebody that has more skill than me. They all work good, but there's always one piece you can't get the flow right. And those guys that do it for a living, they just make it look easy. Do got an auction coming up tonight, and it looks to be the pretty good auction. I think it might be already up on Copper Coins. Ah, that is that one. But it looks like there's some singles, rolls, and Mercury dimes, some die varieties, a couple nice die varieties. I plan on bidding on a couple. (1909) SVDB, got one of those coming up. So how was everybody's weekend this weekend? Did anybody do anything exciting? Have any good finds? Went to a crawfish boil. That sounds like a good time. I used to love that. Doing that kind of stuff. Even a good shrimp boil. We don't get a ton of good crawfish down here, but we get a ton of good shrimp. Yeah, I had one in my basic regular collection, and it wasn't a real good one. It wouldn't be. I mean, I guess it would be a grader in nowadays standards, but it was worn pretty good. But I'll probably never have another one, just because I don't even have a straight set collection anymore. I have some regular coins that aren't die varieties, but I've only bought them because I felt that they were a deal. So the only way I would ever end up with an 09 SVDB is if I thought it was a super deal to buy it. And when I say super deal, I mean like half price. Somebody desperate to get rid of it. And that just doesn't happen. And I don't expect it to happen. I wouldn't even make an offer on stuff like that. I mean, I did end up with I've got a 31S. And I actually think I have a 14D that's sitting around. I got a 15S, 15D, 15P that are all slabbed. But I just bought them because I felt the price was right. And they're not super expensive anyways. When you start getting into those $1,000 coins, that makes the wife's eyebrow go up. Seeing this with the little die depression in front of the one. That's the one with what I thought was the doubled eyelid. And the first coin. Big die crack. Coin 29 goes to Jordan. We're in a partial set. Also, there was 70S small date, 20S large S. Oh, nice, Ant. We've got about 5 different die pairs in this roll that are keeping repeating, which means it's a nice original roll. It's just not for what we're looking for. Yeah, I've got about 2 boxes of partial rolls. Maybe I'll do a roll dig on this week sometime. I got one more, I don't know if it's tomorrow. I'm not sure of the date of the next reveal. I tried to space them out because I just didn't want to overdo it in the chair. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to be good for about an hour sitting in a chair. I can already feel my foot going numb. But hopefully time will make that better now, especially now that I'm done. So there's no reason to push myself to do anything strenuous. Coin 32 goes to Dave. But the way I'm thinking on these, like, I've got 2007 rolls, 2006, 2004 rolls. I might do 4 spots for $3, and I'll sell 12 spots in the roll. And then all 4 coins, if they're not varieties, will come in one flip. And I'll draw your coins, like the 2 coins that aren't sold will be coin 1 and coin 50. And then I won't be absorbed in a lot of cost as far as flips and inserts and stuff like that. And that would be kind of like a roll reveal light. Oh, I've always been talking about how to do it, but I was always unsure on how to do it. But I did have a lot of time to think about stuff like that. And that way we can search more coins and more dates that have less stuff or less real desirable stuff. There are tons of double dies on the Zinkins. Tomorrow at 1:30. Okay, I'll probably be doing that one. And then I think the other one would be before the reveal show next Monday. But that's my idea for the odd date rolls. And then still, if we find a variety, identify it and separate it. And that way we can do other stuff that, people don't look at. And that kind of stuff I might just do on a pop-up basis. I'm not sure how I'm going to sell it yet. It might be something that I do, hey, I got some extra time, let's do this. May 3rd at 1:30, and then I don't have one before the reveal show. I might move one of those and do it before the reveal show. And maybe I'll do that tomorrow one and then have the May 3rd at 1:30. That'll give me a couple days. I would do one on the 2nd, but I have a doctor's appointment. And my wife is going to be taking me out for my birthday. Oh, I do. I try to give you at least 6 hours leeway notice that when I change them. Like yesterday morning, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do it. So I did it right as soon as I was done drinking coffee in the morning. That's one thing when I try to be very punctual, and I always try to do things early. I was kind of raised with if you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're late. If you're on time, you're early. That's not yet. Next coin for Taco John. We don't want to rush it. But I should be on Frosty's live again this weekend. Hanging out. I did do one with him early Saturday morning. I have fun just sitting there shooting breeze with everybody. It is in May. Yeah, me too, Dan. I mean, that's like this was scheduled for 5:30. It gives me a half hour to be late, but I usually start pretty close to a half hour early. I like everybody to get their notification that it's coming on. And then most everybody knows that I'm usually before. My wife must be cooking dinner. I smell something cooking. Finally getting the stuff out of the living room too. She's slowly putting stuff back in that room. That was another thing. Our house looked like a hoarder house. My shipping table had stuff stacked on it 3 feet tall. It looks like that's going to be able to be used. So I will start getting packages together to ship out too. It's a great month, Dan. God, I got a granddaughter that's, matter of fact, I got to remind my wife because we've got grandkids. I think there's 3 of them that are born in the next 4 days. Yeah, I knew she was cooking. Could smell it in here. $44, yes. Thank you, Doug. Paul Hampton gets the giveaway. And he has been lucky lately. I think he won 2 last week. Actually, it might have been Taco John that won some last week. I'm not sure. I don't have the papers up here anymore. All right. I got to keep that note because that's a fix. For a cross-reference, E253, Paul Hampton. All right, now we're back to the show. Right? All righty. Coin 47 goes to Mark. And it looks like we're going to be a coin short. And that tube was packed full, too. Same BIE. That's a good one, though. You were right about that, Doug. Now, let's take a look. See if that is listed. I won't put it on a flip insert, but if you guys know, let's look real quick. I got a few minutes. Let's see. PIE 58D or 57P. There we go. It's not that one. Not that. There's quite a few of them for 57P. Most of them aren't, the pictures aren't showing up, so very hard to see. So I guess you're going to have to... There is lots of them. Oh, is that it? That is it. Let me look on the reverse. Well, there's no die break yet, but it does look like the same. There's the crack. So it could be LD 84, just a little bit earlier die state, but the BIE, maybe not. It looks very similar, actually. It looks like it could be it. Of course, so does the next one. So does this one. And there's no... Oh, there's markers on this one. Let's see. Yeah, I would say it's one of these in the upper end. Don't see the die scratches on that one. There's no die scratches on that one. And nothing definitive. And there's lots of markers on it, but there's lots of them that are very similar. And plus the website's only showing me a few. It's the other ones that wants me to download the pictures to look at them. Let's see if I can... No, that's not... Yeah, not that I see it. That looks very close though. No die scratches. So yeah, it's hard to say. I thought I'd give it a look real quick. I did see that, Dan. It's not too bad. That's pretty good. Yeah, I did get a chance to see that. Yeah, I did look at emails. I didn't look at... If I missed your email, I'm sorry. I wasn't... I basically slacked when it came to the coin stuff for the last week. And... if I'd missed your email, I did look at yours because you reminded me, so I actually went and looked for it. But otherwise, if I missed your email, I'm sorry. Just send me like a little reminder or something, and I'll get into it. Because I get literally hundreds of emails, and so it could be buried really deep in the email. Carl gets a refund. Let me write this down. Three. Alrighty. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for joining me. It's always a pleasure. Did you send me something, Doug? All right. I did see that I am my informed delivery that I had something coming from the same city, and I was wondering. My wife ordered some stuff off of Amazon, and I'm like, they surely wouldn't be sending that, U.S. Postal Service, but you never know. But I will look at that when it gets here, Doug. And I want to thank everybody for joining, and I will see everybody at the auction tonight, at least for a little while. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.